All right, Shalom, the nation of Israel. Before we begin, we'd like to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Lekah, Kodash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is his beloved Son, and the Rekah, Kodash is the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They rule well, teach well, helping us to go in truth. We say Shalom, peace, honor, and blessings as well to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, that's pushing the truth like the four winds of the earth. So long, peace, honor, and blessings to that great multitude that's listening to our truth and sincerity and believing on the name of Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai. And with that, Lord willing, we can get into another edifying lesson to the Spirit. And as we do always, we get right into it. We're going to start out today in Psalms 34 in chapter 1. It says, "Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Okay, so we supposed to search peace, man, and pursue it, man. You see, and maintain it. You pursue something that's maintain and maintaining and keeping it together, man. And how do we do that? Through this wisdom, because the wisdom is to depart from evil. Okay, that's the beginning of wisdom. Verse 15, Salakia for the background noise. I'm on the plantation. Okay. Psalms 34 and 15, the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cries. So those cries are what? Those cries are prayers, man. You know, praying, asking for guidance, asking the Lord to uncover us, man. Show us favor, okay? His ears are open to those cries and going out doing his work. Waking up the elect, man. Those are those cries. And the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. That's right. You see? Because he said his eyes are upon them, upon the righteousness, and he covers them, those that know his name. Okay? It's that he's that safe tower, man, that place of refuge. Okay? But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut them off, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. And that's the end game, man. The righteous is gonna rule. Okay, that's who the Lord is coming for, the righteous, man. You know, and let me grab this real quick because it's a righteous and an unrighteous, right? Let's grab this real quick and we'll come back. This is what is that? Let me get this real quick. Because um he has made the evil and the wicked, man. All right. I know it's in the book of Sirach. Oh, it's 33. Sirach 33. Let's try that real quick. Sirach 33. More towards the end. Yep, this is, yeah, that's it. We'll start at verse 11. It says, "And much knowledge the Lord have divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself." That's the righteous. "But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand," and that's the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, "to fashion as his pleasure," man. Okay? So who's to question the Most High? "Some men is in the hand of him that made him to render them as like him best." Okay? "Good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all their works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another, man." So it's always going to be the righteous and the unrighteous, man. You see, but the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, man. Okay, let's continue. Let's go back. This is Psalms 34 and 15. "The eyes of the Lord is upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cries," man. So we got to continue to cry to the Lord, man. You know, and confessing our faults. Man. Let's get that in James 5 and 16. It says, "Confess your faults one to another, pray one for another, that ye may be healed," man. "The effectual prayer of a righteous man avails much." So those are the righteous, man. Those that cry unto the Lord. as we was reading in Psalms 34, and it's drop down to 15, it says, the righteous cry, and the Lord hear them and deliver them from all their troubles. Man. So those are prayers. Those are doing this work, crying, making our um, making our requests known unto the Most High, because He's our mediator, man. He goes before us, before the Most High. This is Ephesians 6:18. Pray always, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, watching thereof with all perseverance and supplication for all saints, man. And that's the righteous, man. Those are the righteous, man. Okay, all right. Let's grab this. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, but when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do. So the heathen, the unrighteous, man, they stand in front of everybody praying and praying with all these vain words, man, speaking too much, man. You know, just the Most High already knows what we need, man. You know, Thy will be done, okay. But when you pray, use not vain reputation as the heathens do, for they think that they shall be heard for their such speaking. See, but the Most High is not hearing all those things, man. All right, you know, so we're supposed to continue the righteous pray without ceasing, man. Okay, all right. I want to grab this, and we're gonna close on. I got a couple more precepts, and we're gonna close. This Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, letting our requests be known unto the Lord. And it's just the spirit, man. You know, I want to grab this in the book of Baruch, chapter 3, and um, and I'm gonna start at the top. This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 1. O Lord, almighty power of Israel. See, he's only the power of Israel, okay? The souls in anguish and trouble and spirit cry unto you. See, that's crying unto him, is crying. Hear ye, O Lord, and have mercy, for thou art merciful. Have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee. See, we're supposed to pray for our sins now and our past sins, man. Okay? For thou endures forever, and we perish utterly. That's right, man. We're out here, our dead bodies are perishing on the streets, man. You know, but he's a merciful power. He has. If it wouldn't been for the Lord that was on our side, we would have been perished, man. But the Lord is merciful, man. He's waking up the elect. O Lord Almighty, thou power of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites. See, the dead Israelites, that's a dead state of mind, okay? Because if you were physically dead, you wouldn't be able to hear. He wouldn't, wouldn't be able to speak. It says, O Lord, thou power of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead saints and of their children which have sinned before thee. Okay, that's who blacks and Spanish and Native American speckled birds look like the other nations, man. That have went away and went after other philosophies and not hearken unto the voice of thee, their power. Let's start this over. Verse 4 again. O Lord Almighty, thy power of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead saints, the dead Israelites, and their children, which have sinned before thee, and not hearken. See, we didn't hearken unto his word, unto the voice of their power, for which cause these plagues cleave unto us. This is why we're in the state that we're in today. This is why we're crying unto the Most High now. It says, remember not the iniquities of our fathers, but think upon thy power and thy name now at this time. See, we're supposed to be thinking upon the name of the Lord at this time. And he said, in our captivity, we should praise his holy name. You see? All right. For thou art the Lord, our power, and thee, O Lord, will we praise, man, okay? And for this cause, thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, man. That's at this time, okay? To the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity. And that's what we're doing today, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. For we have called to mind all the iniquities of our forefathers that stand before thee, man. You know? So that's the mindset we have to be in. Pray without ceasing. With that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, Shalom.